You don't need to prove anything to the world, not to the doubters, not to the critics, not even to those who underestimated you. Because the real battle was never about them. It's about you versus you. The only person you truly need to beat is the one in the mirror. The only validation you should ever seek is your own. Because deep down, you know the truth. You were built for more, made for something greater. But the only way to reach that level is to stop performing for applause and start showing up for yourself, consistently, relentlessly, without needing to be seen, liked, or approved. Because real growth happens in the moments when no one's watching, in the quiet grind that no one posts about, in the daily choices to rise when it's easier to sleep, to train when it's easier to quit, to push through resistance not for recognition, but for self-respect. Because every single day is an opportunity to look yourself in the eyes and say, I kept the promise I made to myself. I didn't fold under pressure. I didn't back down when things got tough. I didn't chase shortcuts or fake effort. I gave everything. I faced my weaknesses. I embraced the pain. I leveled up not to prove it to them, but because I owe it to the person I'm becoming. And that's the difference. That's the mindset shift. That's where everything changes. When you stop competing with people who aren't even in your lane and start competing with your potential, your standards, your highest self. Because your purpose isn't measured in followers or fame. It's measured in progress, in discipline, in self-mastery, in the ability to say, I did it. I stayed solid. I stayed focused. I stayed hungry when no one was clapping for me. Because at the end of the day, it's not about who doubted you or who believed in you. It's about whether you believed in yourself when it mattered, when everything was against you, when it would have been easier to give up, when your past screamed louder than your vision, when your excuses felt more comfortable than your goals. But you didn't fold, you didn't run. You looked your pain in the face and said, this is where I grow. This is where I build. This is where I prove it not to them, but to me. Because I'm the one who wakes up with my regrets. I'm the one who lives with my effort. I'm the one who faces the consequences of my choices. So I choose to go all in. I choose to fight for my growth. I choose to own my story. Because proving yourself to yourself means you stop waiting for someone to hand you permission. You stop waiting for the perfect conditions, and you start moving with urgency, with clarity, with courage, and you stop letting fear write your script. You stop letting doubt direct your path. You start walking in purpose even when it's dark, even when it's painful, even when no one understands, because you're not doing it for the recognition. You're doing it for redemption, for restoration, for that feeling of standing tall, knowing you gave your all, that you looked at the hardest parts of yourself and didn't run, didn't hide, didn't mask it with distractions. You faced it, you fought it. You became someone you're proud of, because self-pride is the real trophy, not the applause, not the money, not the attention, but the quiet confidence that comes from doing the hard things for the right reasons, from building yourself up brick by brick, from honoring your potential without compromising your character. And every day you wake up with the chance to choose that version of you, the disciplined version, the focused version, the relentless version. And it's not always sexy, it's not always glamorous, but it's always worth it, because nothing will ever feel better than knowing you earned it, that you didn't fake it, that you didn't cheat it, that you built it with your own 2 hands. And now when you look in the mirror, you don't see regret, you don't see excuses, you see fire, you see purpose, you see progress. And that's the goal, that's the mission, to prove to yourself that you're capable, that you're worthy, that you're stronger than you thought, that your past doesn't define you, that your doubts can't stop you, that your pain can't break you, because you made a decision to rise, to change, to improve. And every step you take forward is another line in your story that says, I kept going. I didn't stop. I didn't let failure become final. I didn't let fear become fate. I stood up for myself. I took the hits. I adjusted. I evolved. And I kept walking through the fire until it no longer burned me, until it forged me, until I became unshakable, undeniable, unstoppable. Because proving yourself to yourself means you stop measuring your worth by what you've done and start measuring it by who you're becoming. It means you don't chase perfection, but you commit to progression, to waking up and doing the work whether you feel like it or not, to building habits that reflect your goals, to removing what no longer serves your growth, to elevating your mindset. Because everything changes when you raise your standards and stop negotiating with mediocrity. When you stop letting your past set the limit for your future. When you stop hoping and start executing. And yes, it's hard. Yes, it's lonely. Yes, it's painful. But you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for the younger version of you who deserved better. For the future version of you who will thank you. For the present version of you who is finally done settling, done shrinking, done playing small, because you've got one life, one shot, one opportunity to get this right, and the only person who can stop you is you. So rise up, get focused, stay consistent, and remind yourself daily, I don't need to impress them. I need to impress me. I don't need their applause. I need my respect. I don't need to fit in. I need to level up. I don't need their spotlight. I need my flame to burn brighter because I am the standard. I am the one who decides how far I go, how hard I push, how deep I dig. And from this moment forward, I'm done proving it to the world. I'm proving it to myself.